Hello, Deepak. Hello, Olivier. Thank you very much for being here for this interview. We'll start with the first introduction. Maybe Deepak, if you can quickly introduce yourself.
Thank you, Claire. Thanks for having me here. My name is Deepak Gusain. I'm responsible for global sales and business development for mobility and IoT solutions for Tata Communications. I'm based out of Dubai, and I've been with Tata Communications for the last 13 years, working across different solutions and technologies across mobility and IoT.
Thank you very much, Deepak. Olivier, could you introduce yourself?
Hi, Claire. My name is Olivier Leroux. I'm the CEO and founder of Oasis Smart SIM. We develop technology and expertise for SIM and eSIM technology. We are based in Paris and in Asia. We are dealing with a large number of service provider and mobile network operator. And since December, we are a subsidiary of Tata Communications.
Thank you, Olivier. We'll start by discussing eSIM technology with you, Deepak. Technology with great promises, but also a number of challenges that drove lower adoption than expected. As one of the major digital ecosystem enabler in the world, what's your typical experience with your IoT customers when you push eSIM as de facto SIM technology? Do you come back with any specific issues?
Yes, absolutely, Claire. We do, and it's more around the perception of the technology, which is actually not being widely adopted. Now, first, we look at the DPSR framework, and it is actually complicated. There is a lot of heavy technical infrastructure which is required to make it work. Second is the difficulty to understand it. In case somebody is not an eSIM expert, that's where we believe that lack of technology and lack of technical expertise in the IoT application provider segment, whose core business is actually not eSIM, but the value-added services, makes it a bit difficult for the end customers to adopt it. And also the issues around interoperability, not fulfilling on its promises, is something that I have seen personally, that yes, the technology does have a lot of promises. However, as far as adoption is concerned, it is perceived to be of high TCO for eSIM versus traditional SIM card. However, in the longer run, what we believe is that the customers and partners are going to take due advantage of this technology, provided these blockers and perceptions are taken away.
Thank you, Deepak. And on top of these perceived perceptions on the short and long-term shortcomings, what are the alternatives explored by IoT application providers, Olivier?
Well, first, I can only support what Deepak is saying. You know, we have created a fantastic framework, but there is difficulty, too many framework. There is a consumer framework, an IoT framework, and it's very complicated for customer to find their way into it. What we try to do together with Tata and Oasis is to try to guide the people through the framework, and not only limiting M2M customer to what we call DPSR, but also introducing a bit of DP+. There will be convergence, and we are going to guide the people from convergence. We are also trying to explore new ways, you know, the standard solution of the standard MFF2 component to be included into the device is not the only answer. And there are other solutions, integrated SIM, cloud SIM, SIM as a SIM card, which will help the service provider, the OEM, to get their way into this eSIM framework, which is critical and to make the next generation of IoT happening. And I believe that together, Tata Communications and Oasis, we provide great support to customers to achieve those objectives.
Thank you, Olivier. Now to you, Deepak. So we have seen growing demand in the mobility market, and Tata Communications has built an eSIM hub, an end-to-end platform capability that manages eSIM lifecycle from day zero to day one as part of your Move IoT connectivity platform developed in the last 5 years. Has this helped resolve any of the challenges you mentioned?
Yes, absolutely. Actually, we have built a platform that removes friction through a modular framework approach to eSIM connectivity. abstracting the different protocols and standards, allowing each module to work independently, and that can then be decoupled from the core underlying infrastructure and replaced as needed. So the intelligent move platform that we have built is in collaboration with Oasis SmartSIM. This product called CRP Framework, Communications Resource Planning in Oasis portfolio of products, is tightly coupled with the Move platform, and the overall ability of an eSIM hub is not just around providing the eSIM capability to our end customers. However, linking all the underlying technologies, whether it is the profile, whether it is connectivity management, whether it is analytics on top of it, and then being able to intelligently swap the profiles as and when needed for our different customers. Now, an important aspect here is also to understand the business drivers for an end customer, whether it is local to a particular country or a geography, or it is going to be transient roaming. Now, these are some of the nuances that we have been able to understand very well with Move Intelligent Connectivity Management Platform. And then right on top of it, we have deployed the eSIM hub capability along with Oasis SmartSIM. And that is something that we have been able to maneuver these challenges in the right way. It's more about the art of experience for our customers rather than the science behind it. And that's what we believe, and that's how we look at it from a simplistic approach to our end customers, that it should work seamlessly across borders and across different use cases.
Thank you, Deepak. And now what's your go-to-market strategy for this eSIM hub?
From a go-to-market strategy standpoint of view, it's kind of cut across many different verticals. One of the important verticals that we have identified, Claire, is the MVNE vertical. Now, from within the MVNE verticals, we have actually seen a lot of enterprises specifically focusing on the IoT MVNE part, and a lot of service providers and MNOs kind of jumping onto this bandwagon, wherein they have understood the fact that the usual consumer use cases are not enough to ramp up those revenues. And hence, there is a need of an IoT MVNO, which is coupled with an eSIM capability, which can then help MNOs across different geographies to take these services to their end customers in the market. And that is something that we have seen as one of the go-to-market approach for our customers. The second is large automotive customers across this particular domain who are kind of taking it to the next steps and including eSIM as part of their design framework right from the inception stage. And that is being done by a lot of large tier 1 automotives around the world. We are working with some of the top automotive customers in different parts of the world. Alongside that, telematics, transportation, aviation, every other industry vertical is something which is now looking at adopting eSIM technology. One, because of the fact that it gives them flexibility in switching profiles, in switching different plans as and when needed. And then secondly, being able to support their businesses in the best possible way. So there are a few examples, some of the large MNOs in Asia Pacific region who have subscribed to our MVNE IoT capabilities, and we are working very closely with them in expanding this partnership to an eSIM hub capability with them. The second one being Antel in Latin America, who is our partner in Uruguay, and we have deployed the entire MVNE platform with them. The next conversation with them is to onboard IoT customers, and then of course eSIM hub is going to be, or eSIM orchestration hub capability is going to be an important aspect.
Thank you, Deepak. Any final word, Olivier, before we close this interview session?
Oh, I think honestly, this short interview showed the power of a Tata value proposition to automotive maker, service provider, MVNO, and MNO. We form a great team with complementary technology, and being able to address the end-to-end value chain. And we are making, I think, big progress in the market with solutions that are really, again, guiding the people in the complexity of connectivity.
Thank you very much, Deepak. Thank you very much, Olivier, for your